today I'm going to be talking about the 5 things that you need to know about your investment accounts. Hello everyone. Brie Sodano here, personal finance expert and the founder of From Sheep to Shark. And so the first thing that you want to know is where your account is held. So this is going to be the firm. This is going to be the bank that holds it. And this is basically going to be the place that you're going to get your statements from. The reason why this is so important to know is because sometimes accounts, especially like 401ks, might transfer, they might move. You know, your employer may decide that it's not working out with bank A, so they're going to go with brokerage house B. You know, and so those are things that you want to know. The second thing that you want to know is what type of account that you have. Now, some accounts come with some sort of tax benefits, right? So we have, most retirement accounts, well, all retirement accounts that are with the government, 401ks, IRAs, simple IRAs, SEP IRAs, Roth IRAs, there's some sort of tax benefit to that account. Oftentimes, one of the biggest confusions I see with clients is they think their account is their investment, and they're actually two different things. And the reason why you want to know what type of account you have is because different accounts have different sorts of rules. So you're going to want to know what's the advantages to having this type of account and what are the rules associated with that too. So the third thing you're going to want to know about your investments is what type of investments you have. So you can have, like, in your, let's say, in your brokerage account or in an IRA, you may have CDs or cash or bonds or stocks. You may have any of those things. And so that's going to be your investment. So it's really important that you know what's in there, because that's going to make up how much money you're going to make. It's the level of risk that you're going to take. You want to make sure that it's suitable for your risk tolerance and that it's suitable for how long you're going to invest. If you have a very long time to invest before you're going to need the money, you may invest differently than if you are going to need this money in 2 years, for example. And so those are things you might want to work with your financial advisor on. The fourth thing that you want to know about your accounts is how much money you have. You want to know the balance on those accounts. And I actually really suggest that clients track their net worth every single month. And the reason for that is because sometimes our financial pictures get a little complicated. There's a lot of money moving around. We have a couple of checking accounts. We got a credit card. Our spouse has a credit card. And after it's all said and done, it can be a little confusing. You may see one thing go up, one thing go down, but a net worth is going to show you that exact picture. And so keeping monthly track of what your balances are going to show you whether or not your investments are performing, and just make sure that everything is going the way that you want and expect it to, so that way you can make adjustments sooner rather than later if something isn't exactly right. The last thing that you want to know, the fifth thing you want to know about your investments, is your contribution. You want to know how much money you're saving. And so that may be a percentage, and if you're at a workplace plan, there may also be an employer match or profit share. And this is super duper important, because in your retirement planning, how much money is getting saved is like critical information. So if your employer is putting in 10% and you're putting in 10%, you're in really good shape. But if you're putting in 10% and they're putting in 1%, you may need to be saving in some other ways. You may need to make up the difference. That's why you would want to know what your contribution is. This way you can kind of project out how much money you are going to be expecting at some point down the road. And that's not just for retirement. Even if you were using a regular old brokerage account to buy yourself a second house or a pair of jet skis or something, like, you want to make sure that the amount that you're saving is on target to match those goals. So if you know those 5 things about your investments, pretty much all the time, you're going to be in far better shape than if some of that is confusing to you. All right, so I hope that was helpful. Feel free to get me in the comments if you have any questions or if I can be of service. And you can always go to www.briesodano.com to apply to work with me to be my client. All right, I love you. I appreciate you. Bye.